Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we delve into In Praise of Love, a heartfelt manifesto that defends the concept of romance against the threats of modern society. Authored through a powerful dialogue between the foremost French philosopher Alain Badiou and acclaimed journalist Nicolas Trouon, this enlightening work dissects and debates the challenges that love faces in today's world, from the media's obsession with sexuality to the solitary pursuits inherent within individualism and the impersonal nature of online dating. Badiou and Trouon argue the case for love's rejuvenation and its essential place in contemporary life. Alain Badiou, who occupies the René Descartes Chair at the European Graduate School, is renowned as a pivotal figure in continental philosophy. His prolific works, including Being and Event, The Meaning of Sarkozy, and Ethics, an essay on the understanding of evil, have established him as a crucial voice in modern philosophical thought. Nicolas Trouon, on the other hand, brings insights from his experiences as a seasoned journalist and contributor to the respected French daily Le Monde. In Praise of Love is an indispensable read for an array of audiences: those restless singles who are intimidated by the idea of full commitment, the hopeless romantics yearning for depth beyond fleeting connections, and long-term couples seeking to reinvigorate the flames of their partnership. This episode is set to explore the essence of this book and how its tenets can be applied to reclaim love's transformative power in our lives. Join us as we chart a course through these insightful waters, guided by Badiou's and Trouon's profound understanding of love's role in the human experience. In Praise of Love, an ode to romance, relationships, and sex. Introduction. Rediscovering romance in the digital age with age-old wisdom. In this era of digital connections, the true essence of love seems to be fading into the background, overshadowed by the pursuit of fleeting physical pleasures. Our surroundings brim with sexual imagery, conditioning us to focus on ephemeral encounters over deep connections. Dating apps, which render the search for companionship to mere swiping, bear striking resemblance to shopping for the latest gadget, commodifying the sacred search for partnership. It's a daunting situation, as many miss the depth and fullness that love in its purest form can bring into our lives. Where passion and romance once reigned, now stand convenience and efficiency, leaving us longing for more substance behind our relationships, the enduring quest for a profound connection. To break away from this transactional approach to dating requires a return to the profound exploration of love that is so much more than fleeting pleasure. Love, as explored in these insights, is an expedition of significance that can transform our very existence. This journey divulges profound truths, reshaping our understanding of the world and ourselves within it. Through the narrative, you'll come to understand the pitfalls of leaving the fate of your love life in the hands of a cold, calculating algorithm. You'll delve into the concept that love extends beyond mere emotions and unveils an entirely new paradigm of thought. And you'll grasp how contemporary dating trends have intertwined with broader societal narratives, shaping our outlook on relationships in ways we may not even realize. In the end, it's about restoring the vibrancy and depth of love to its rightful pedestal, an endeavor that not only enlightens but enlivens our very souls. Part 1. The Double-Edged Sword of Love in the Age of Algorithms. Imagine wandering through the enchanting streets of Paris, only to be struck by a revelation, not one of the heart, but of the mind. This revelation came to philosopher Badiou as he encountered a poster from the dating site Mythique, which boldly proclaimed promises of pinpointing love, stripping it of chance and discomfort. The message was clear: love, supposedly, could now be secured without the messiness of uncertainty and the sting of heartbreak. Such sites and apps operate on a straightforward principle: answer a slew of questions, and the algorithm plays Cupid, zeroing in on potential partners that align with your preferred specifications. By safeguarding users against the unknown, these digital matchmakers champion the idea of a calculated path to love, where the right attributes preemptively sidestep the risk of letdowns. Yet, here lies the rub, according to Badiou. Love that sidesteps risk isn't love in its true form. The crux of romance is its inherent gamble, its thrilling unpredictability. The romance ecosystem, as shaped by dating apps, threatens the very nature of love by stripping it of its adventurous spirit. The comfort of algorithmic matches may guide you to familiar territory, but it's in the realms beyond your comfort zone where love often blossoms. After all, doesn't the heart race for the stranger, the novel, the utterly unexpected? In pursuit of safety, we've pivoted towards a form of matchmaking not unlike the arrangements of old, where choice and serendipity took backstage to cultural and familial affiliations. Now, instead of entrusting matchmakers, we defer to the mechanical heartbeats of algorithms. But love that is too safe, too catered to our preconceived appetites, is sterilized, stripped of the transformative power that aligns more closely with passion than convenience. True romance is a tempest, capable of upending worlds, of converging divergent paths in a clash that leaves none unchanged. The elimination of risk leads us away from the unruly and potent nature of love. It's a siren call that Badiou insists we resist, to embrace the possible perils of a love that doesn't check all the boxes, but instead checks the pulse of life itself. As we navigate a landscape where risk is viewed through a lens of trepidation, Badiou urges us to hold fast to the profound, albeit perilous, essence of love. Part 2: The Fragility of Modern Relationships Amid Misconceptions of Love. The trials and tribulations of love are not for the faint of heart, yet it appears that contemporary society has grown weary of the climb, opting instead for the ease of the path most traveled. At every bump in the road, there's a growing inclination to abandon ship, to forego the potential depth of a shared journey for the siren call of novelty. It's not just the allure of endless possibilities on dating apps that's to blame for this trend. A more profound shift in values underpins this restlessness. Modern lovers often perceive commitment as a fetter, an unwelcome hindrance to their personal quest for pleasure, and in the process, they're losing sight of the true essence of love, casting aside the possibility of deeper connection before it has time to take root. Love's profound misinterpretation is at the heart of many failed relationships. There's a tension between a shallow perception of love and the enduring complex entity it truly is. Society is ensnared by two pervasive myths. The first is the notion of love as a cleverly disguised veneer for sexual desire, a ruse to ensure our reproductive duties are met while masquerading under the poetic guise of romance. The second myth accepts love as reality, but trivializes it to mere pleasure, akin to any other form of entertainment within our hedonistic culture. This school of thought reduces love to the fleeting intensity of infatuation, suggesting that once the initial spark fades, so too does the value of the relationship. These myths betray a self-centered approach, where partnerships become mere mirrors reflecting one's desires, rather than meaningful connections with another soul. The consequence is a self-referential loop, where true engagement with another person is never fully achieved. Badiou proposes an alternate path, one where love is an emancipating force that draws us out of our solipsistic reveries and into a grander, shared reality. For love, in its most significant embodiment, is not a superficial chase for ecstasy, but a synapse that bridges the gap between isolated pleasure seekers, yielding a union far greater than the sum of its parts. Part 3: The Transformative Encounter of Love That Reshapes Our World. In the lyrical musings of Portuguese scribe Fernando Pessoa, love transcends to the realm of ideation. Straying from common tropes that bind love to the corporeal or emotional domains, Pessoa invites a contemplation of love as an intellectual journey, one that morphs our very cognition. This notion challenges the misconception that our thoughts remain untouched amidst the storm of love. When swept up by ardor, can our minds truly remain aloof, untouched by the seismic shifts in our hearts and desires? Love's transformative power extends beyond mere feelings. It is an intellectual revolution. Embracing love signifies the melding of two separate vantage points, forging a new mode of thought that harmonizes dual perspectives. Imagine the disruption caused by an encounter so profound that it overturns your understanding of existence and entwines another's vision with your own. This is the essence of love, as perceived by philosopher Badiou, an event in the truest sense reshaping life with its unanticipated ingress. Love as the catalyst of new creation. Badiou paints life's canvas as a multitude of patterns, largely predictable and enshrouded in the comfortable cloak of routine. Events, in contrast, stand out like vivacious brushstrokes, discordant with the surrounding hues and patterns, thrusting us into the realm of the unforeseen. Love epitomizes such an event, an unforeseeable encounter with the power to recast everything, from our daily habits to our life's blueprint, channeling an unscripted future and recalibrated values. Love is a seismic rupture in the monologue of self-centrism, a bearer of symphony where once there was a soliloquy. In the throes of love, we embark on a partnership of vision, perceiving the world anew with the added depth of joint consciousness. For those who delve into the depths of philosophy, create art, or seek uncharted knowledge, to love is to be granted unparalleled access to the depths of reality, unveiling vistas previously obscured. And thus, in the discourse of thought and creation, love's place is firmly established, not as a mere sentiment, but as a profound accord that unlocks the mysteries of life in its multifaceted splendor. Part 4. The profound declaration, How I Love You, shapes our existence. Within the intimate whispers between lovers, three words echo with a force that can bridge the mundane and the profound, I love you. This phrase, often dismissed as routine or cliché, holds an undeniable gravity, and its utterance can feel like an insurmountable task in love's tender dawn. Every syllable brims with weight, for to speak these words is to invoke transformation, to tie threads of fate, and to propel two souls into uncharted synchrony. The spoken declaration of love is not mere conversation, it is a pronouncement that carves a new trajectory for two beings. From the happenstance of a meeting, be it amidst the banter of a social event, beneath the pulsing lights of a bar, or between the aisles of a grocery store, love's genesis seems disarmingly trivial. Yet, in the spoken commitment of love, it transcends its casual inception into an anchor, grounding the trajectory of life. These statements, I love you, serve as pivotal markers, the moments where the gentle dance of courtship solidifies into the ballet of a shared destiny. But love, like life, knows no stasis. It ebbs and flows, challenges and charms, demanding constant tending and renewal as it encounters life's unavoidable hurdles and lures. In every challenge, the initial declarations of love must be reaffirmed, solidifying the bond and dismissing the specter of separation. This ceaseless affirmation, this ritual repetition of I love you, emerges from a vital awareness of love's precariousness, as the specter of solitude lurks at the periphery. The poignant paradox that unfurls from love's tale is the transformation of an incidental meeting into an axis that defines, embellishes, and structures an entire lifetime. The phrase, I love you, in its humble potency, becomes the enduring echo that punctuates existence, bestowing upon it depth, color, and resonance. Part 5. Love as a revolutionary force that transcends societal barriers. The French have a term, amour fou, which embodies the notion of love in its most tempestuous form, a love so consuming it may as well be madness. It's this kind of visceral passion that has the capability of uprooting lives and conventions, casting aside societal structures in favor of the heart's anarchic pulsations. This whirlwind of emotion doesn't just reshape lives, it holds the potential to upheave societal norms. Artistic collectives like the Surrealists once harnessed love's rebellious spirit, seeking to overturn the mundaneness of existence with love's transformative blaze. Love is a potent alchemist, capable of melding disparate elements of society into a united whole. Across the span of human history, love has shown a blissful disregard for the divisions people construct, cleaving instead to the unadorned essence of human connection. The tale of Romeo and Juliet is a timeless testament to love's power to challenge the status quo, undermining the stringent decrees of feuding families. Yet, this radical potential of love has not gone unnoticed or unchecked. Families, communities, and states have long endeavored to tame love's wildness by funneling it within the confines of arranged marriages or social expectations that align with class, race, and religious affinities. Politically, states mirror these paternalistic controls, crafting policies that delineate love by national borders, using mechanisms like visa limitations to forestall the integration of disparate cultural identities. The modern, app-driven landscape of dating paradoxically aligns with these separatist practices, corralling hearts into similar backgrounds and ideologies, thus perpetuating division rather than dissolving it. To truly champion a society where equality and inclusivity are not just aspirations but realities, we must become custodians of love's boundary, breaking potency. Challenging the inclination to congregate around sameness, we must embrace love's capacity to weave diverse threads into a vibrant societal tapestry. Only then can we harness love as an instrument not of segregation but of unification, a crucible where the alchemy of love can forge a more harmonious world. Part 6. Crafting Tales of Enduring Love in the Arts. We are creatures captivated by the allure of a good love story, with a cultural canon overflowing with tributes to love in all forms of artistic expression. From chart-topping ballads to box-office hits, the romance narrative holds a beloved place in the mainstream. Yet, there's a noticeable gap in these narratives. They often celebrate love's fiery inception, but seldom venture beyond the threshold of commitment to explore the journey of love's maintenance. The celebration of momentary passion overshadows the art of sustaining love over time. The trend shapes a cultural narrative that reveres the electric spark of new love, but turns a blind eye to the gentle glow of ongoing commitment. It's time for artists to take up the gauntlet and tell stories that don't shy away from the intricate dance of nurturing a long-standing relationship. Theatre, particularly, has been a vessel for the eternal dance of love, often showcasing the youthful defiance against societal or familial boundaries in pursuit of romantic unity. Dramas like Marivaux's The Triumph of Love have historically played a dual role, to entertain and to subtly subvert societal norms. Yet, the resonance of these tales must evolve with the societal shifts that have liberalized love's choices. In a world no longer confined by stringent rules governing affection, clinging to the trope of the impassioned beginning does a disservice to the multifaceted nature of love. It perpetuates a fear of commitment, ingraining a belief that the pinnacle of love is found only in its earliest stages, with little left to ascend to post-marriage. Artists, as architects of cultural imagination, bear the responsibility to craft new visions of love that persist, that triumph not only in the rush of first kisses, but in the shared silence of years deepened by companionship. Turning to playwrights like Samuel Beckett, we find a different narrative in works such as Happy Days, which paints a portrait of a couple seasoned by time, whose love story is measured not in moments, but in decades, proving that true love reverberates across time. Such narratives not only challenge the present tendencies, but inspire a reverence for the lasting power of love. They weave a testament to the beauty of love's evolution and its capacity to be not just a fleeting spark, but a sustained flame, illuminating the path of shared lives. It is through these tales that we can rekindle a respect for love as an ongoing voyage, one that is equally worthy of artistic celebration. Final summary. In the contemporary landscape of fleeting connections and instant gratification, we stand at a crossroads, with the rich, transformative essence of love at risk of being overshadowed by the pursuit of mere carnal encounters. The landscape of love demands a sweeping revolution, not only in our hearts but in the cultural narratives we cherish and circulate. We must ignite a cultural renaissance that venerates the depths of love, eschewing passionless interactions for truly profound unions. Reviving romantic love for the modern age means forging new artistic expressions that echo the timelessness of love's journey, from ecstatic beginnings to the shared victories and defeats that come with commitment. We ought to recalibrate our own perspectives on love, embracing it not as a peril to sidestep, but as a voyage brimming with potential for growth and profound understanding. The entreaty is clear: don the mantle of the romantic adventurer, eschew the fleeting for the enduring, and become a custodian of a love that ennobles our lives, inspiring insight, unity, and a passion that resonates through every facet of existence. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.